Okay, so I finished up the pin job. Put this down there. The lighting's not so great, but got these pins from the furniture guy repair place. About 30 years ago, I had a guy go to, and he'd fix any broken stock we had, cracks, whatever. You give it to him this time of year, you come back in April, May, and he'd have it done. He stopped doing them, recommended this other guy down here near me, and I used him once or twice in the past 15 years or so, and I went there a couple weeks ago and he said no more stocks, just he's getting old, can't be bothered. But he was nice enough to give me what he had left of these crazy pins. They worked pretty good. He gave me the drill bit, a couple pins, some Debcon epoxy, and showed me basically how to use them. It's pretty simple. You drill the holes to the deep depth you want them. These are about 3 inches long. And I left this one, this one's only going in to support a small section of a crack. It's not really that structural compared to this other one. I don't know if you can see the crack or not. It's hard to see now that it's filled and sanded with epoxy. You can kind of make it out there. That's really busted there. And I put a pin there also. But what you do is you drill the hole, clean it out, jab as much epoxy in there as you can. You put these pins in a drill, you drill them in, and when they bottom out, they'll snug up and snap off like that one. That one came out nice. It's actually just a touch below the surface. This one I didn't do. I'll just cut it off. I'm not going for looks on this stock. I'm just trying to get it functionable. And this one broke off a little above flush, but he said you're going to have to file them and fit them anyway. But it worked out pretty good. There's one thing I have to stress. If you don't want epoxy somewhere, tape it off, apply a release agent, anything works. This one I didn't really care. Like I said, I'm not going for looks on this one. You can see how the epoxy's seeping into the wood. I really don't care. I might even bed the trigger guard seats. But that's that. And my next step, I already glued the front ferrule on. That's pretty rock solid. I used the Debcon 2-ton, dries slow, dries really clear. My next step is I'm going to finish drilling some pock marks in here and put some epoxy in there. And that's about how I'm going to do it. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to lay in here. I think I'm just going to reinforce the crack up at the nose, fill in that mess that they made with their bipod mount, and just fill it back to about 2 inches, and maybe go up 3/4 of the way on the sides, and just put a nice layer in there, and just use it as a glue. That I'm using the I have a bedding compound. I'm pretty sure it's Brownells Acuglass. I don't think it's the gel. I forget. I haven't looked at it in a while. I bought it to do a couple 22 stocks that I never got around to. And I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to finish drilling some holes. Give the epoxy something to stick to. And I'm going to fill that in.